There's my buddy Jay. He just got his Performance Model 3, the first one I've ever seen. Multi-coat red, as you can tell. And the interior white seats, look at that. Yeah, same material as the Model X, feels just like mine. Nice. We'll take a look at some of the other stuff here in a second. And of course, there's no badging or spoiler. That's delivered after the fact. He's debating whether he's going to do that or not, but we'll see. It has the 20-inch rims with the red calipers. Oh, that's interesting that they've actually painted the hubs gray. I don't know if you can see that in the picture or not.
Yeah.
That's probably largely due to the performance wheels, right? Because you get the performance package, right?
Yep. Full performance package.
Yeah, so that's a little different there. So what are they putting on here? Michelin's?
Pilot 4S.
Pilot 4S? Yeah, decent tires. Multi-coat red. You got in under the wire because this thing's $3,300 now for this stupid paint.
Yeah, and they raised the price on...
Oh yeah, it just went up $500 US again.
Right.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tesla, but your paint prices, out of control. Not cool.
Yeah, but give us more paints too.
Yeah, well, they're overdue for color changes, I think, but... All right, well, let's take a look at the inside. Yeah, so they've done away with Alcantara on the liner for the doors, and they've gone with the same materials, the white seats. So it's the same stuff. This is interesting, on the other hand. This feels like... What is that?
It's
like plastic or ceramic or something.
I know.
Huh?
People can't put their finger on it.
Yeah, we haven't
exactly
determined what that is yet. This we're going to have to take care of course.
I'm getting this wrapped.
White? I can help you with that if you want.
Clear wrap.
No, man, make it white. It looks like the prototype. White. Yeah, totally. Let's do it in white.
Who would do that?
I will do it for you. I've got a vinyl cutter, man. I've done lots of them. Let's get you some white.
What's the material?
Vinyl.
Oh, okay.
Let's get you some white in here. It'll make it look like a prototype. Done deal, man.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Told you I'd help you out.
Thank you. Still got my screen protector on the monitor.
I know.
Because I think they're going to got a center control wrap that they're going to put on.
I've seen some people and they have they have a screen protector on here, but it's a matte finish. Oh. And that looks really good. I actually want to do that with my Model X. I got to find that. I think I don't know if it's Abstract Ocean, one of those companies. I got to reach out. But yeah, I definitely want to change that because the gloss, yeah. But yeah, there's a nice finish that they can do on that. Yeah, the back seat looks good. Yeah, exactly the same material as my seats.
Which I fell in love when I saw it on the Model X, and then...
oh yeah, the white is special. I understand it's not for everybody, but once you have it. See, look, you're being just like me.
Scratching it?
No, just keeping it clean all the time, right?
I'm a freak. I got a full cleaning kit in the front with all the sauces I need. I got hydrosilics for the body, glass cleaner, rim cleaner, and then spray 9 for the interior.
Yeah. Use a spray 9 in the seats. That's what I use. It works really well.
That's what I got.
I gotta get you a little capful or whatever, some O&R, so you can wash your car and try that sometime. No, my personal opinion here, the black that Tesla's putting on these cars, the piano black, will prove to be a mistake.
It just can't. You can't keep it clean.
You can't keep it clean. It gets scratched and stuff, and that's why so many people have been wrapping these. So sorry, Tesla, but one of these days you're gonna have to fix this. Not cool. Car's great, but don't like the center console being black like that. Do you have
They gave me USB cables. I haven't hooked them up yet.
No, but do you have a phone that has wireless charging?
Not yet.
Not yet.
My next phone, Google Pixel, will have wireless charging.
So I've just received the Nomad charging pad. So I'll be reviewing that. And but I also have a new version of the Jetta wireless pad.
Okay.
We'll talk about that later.
We will.
All right. Well. Let's go for a ride.
The only problem, not a problem, but what I'm finding really tough to get used to is the turn control stock.
Yeah, because you have to do the half.
Which sometimes I pull a half, and other times I think it's a half, but I haven't pulled a half.
Well, there's a point as to
I look like that guy driving down the street for 5 minutes.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. Yeah. Exactly.
I wish there was a notification for that if it detected you driving straight for a long distance with the turn signal on, then it could give you some kind of a little blip. Yeah. Or even have an option that says turn it off.
Listen, you've only had the car a couple of days, so you got to give it a little time. So what does your wife think of the car? I know your kids are...
She wants to get rid of the Jeep now.
Oh, yeah? Your Cherokee?
Yeah, she loves this thing. She wants
Has she actually driven it, or has she just been in it?
She's driven it. Yeah, we got a driver profile for her, and she's driven it a couple times. We were at a wedding. So I drove,
right. I remember you told me.
I drove. I'm also going to another wedding next weekend in Montreal. Yeah, we were at a wedding the day I got it. and I was able to show it to some family. But I drove there, and because I had a adult beverage or two, my wife drove back.
Oh, cool.
Which
I'm sure your kids love the car, though.
but yeah, they're jumping up and down.
Yeah, don't hurt this poor lady who's crossing with her baby.
Now that she's clear.
All right, you can punch it here. Oh yeah, it feels like a P85D. Holy crap!
And that's
Nice. Yeah, and you weren't even like from a dead stop. That feels like a P85D for sure. So you're gonna have to develop yourself a little demonstration talk or procedure, or whatever, when you take people for rides.
Yep.
You know, develop yourself like a script or something
Yep.
like that,
Yep,
and just stick to it, and you'll find that it works really quite well for explaining the things. I mean, with mine, when I take the Model X out, I accelerate, and then I tell people, this. By the way, this is the slowest Tesla they make, which is true.
Yeah.
But most people go, holy crap!
still blows 95% of the cars.
Yeah, all right, so you're going to punch it here, okay? Ready? Yeah, it's fast, but it doesn't have that low-end guttural punch like the P85 or the P90Ds.
It's smoother.
It's smooth. Yeah, the acceleration curve on it is smoother on this car. Because the other one just slams you in the gut when it goes. So
Yeah.
this is definitely a little smoother on the uptake. Still fast though.
I think they're going to wait for a few months to get all the data in, make sure that the engines aren't failing on them, and then they could do a software unlock or an uncorking, as it were, and give us.
They can always touch it up a little bit.
Yeah, I would have liked to have just gotten on some kind of a back service road or something where there's really no one
Yeah.
around, and then
Well, it's a little tough here in Toronto traffic, of course. But happy with it? Are you glad I talked you off the cliff from getting a stupid Porsche?
yeah, Porsche 911 was close, and an Audi TTRS. Those are really the two cars. I had my hand over the button on the TTRS when the delivery wasn't happening for this.
Well, I'm glad you stuck to your guns. Talked you off that cliff.
Yeah, I got a lot of advice and recommendations from smart people like yourself, and
I'm not smart. I'm just a fanboy.
you're a Tesla owner, and you've been involved in the community for a long time, and I really appreciate all your
Well, thanks.
advice and recommendations.
Well, that's the whole point, right? Just show people what these things can really do. It's a game changer. Yeah. You don't want to stop at IKEA because you end up buying something. No, this thing has more. I mean, this got so much power in this thing.
Yeah,
You just punch it.
It's just warping my sense of distance.
Well, what I find in mine is that you have lots of power until you hit about 100 kilometers an hour. And after that, you don't have as much power from 100 kilometers up to, say, 130 or 140, depending on what you're doing on the highway. But that low-end punch, you have, I mean, if you want to get around a truck or one of these cars, you got lots of juice.
Yeah, well, 0 to 60, when people are able to pull off 3 ones with 100 with light rims.
You need lighter rims for sure.
Yeah, and I'm looking at my options, and
These wheels are nice, but you can get better aftermarket wheels.
I'm going to get lighter. I want to save some weight, and I'd like to go wider in the rear.
Well,
So that's
talk
a nice
to
combination.
Ian. Ian will
Yeah.
set you straight.
Yeah.
I'm going to see him
right.
next week. He's taking his delivery on next Thursday, so chances are we'll probably do the podcast at his place that night.
Oh, that's cool.
And because he's picking up his car in the morning, so we'll do some fun stuff during the day.
Because I was considering some different winter tires, the Pirelli Soto 03s, Michelin X-Ice 3s.
Hackapletas, man.
The
Nokians.
yeah.
Best tires you can buy for winter. Honestly, where we live, we don't actually get that much snow, but it is nice to have good tires. And no, all-wheel drive is not a panacea for not buying proper winter tires.
I adapted to the one-pedal driving like that.
I know, that's the
love
thing.
it. I love it.
Every time I give people rides in the car, they say the same thing. Oh, that's different. And within 30 seconds, they're like, oh, I really like this. You adapt very quickly to it, which works really well.
I'm
but it's
wondering,
close.
with track mode, Elon mentioned that the track mode is so configurable. A street track mode, you know what I mean? Like you'd be able to have a configuration where if you want more regen.
And you, let me see here. What's you're at 34.1, and you bought the performance package, so you haven't seen the performance upgrade yet.
66 centimeters, pretty good.
Yeah, you should go down to about 50 or so, but it depends whether you want to open up the back or not. You'll get used to it. You have to feather it a bit. And you can see here, there's no mention of supercharging charges because Jay gets it for free on a Performance Model 3. What do you got your set limit to here anyways?
90.
Yeah, good man. All right, perfect. Weren't you telling me you were having some trouble with charging
It
at
clicked off my first night at home when I came home, and I gave it its first kind of inaugural charge.
Yeah.
Charged for me about half an hour, and then all of a sudden I got a notification on my phone that said charging had stopped.
Now, are you using a Nemo 1450 or?
Yeah, Nemo 1450.
Oh, okay. And what's the breaker they put on? They put a 60 or 50?
50.
Okay, so...
But it hasn't tripped since. It just tripped at one time.
Okay, well, maybe some kind of fluke or something, because I have the same setup at home, even though I have the wall connector 50 amp breaker, so I get 50 amps or 40 amps sustain. And the only time I've ever had to back this off was when I was at my dad's place, because I had that jury-rigged adapter. All right.
So I know how this works.
Yeah.
Press the old button
Yeah, that's right.
and feed her in.
Yeah, plug her in, she'll start chooching. And in the wintertime, it's really nice. If your hands get cold, you can just hold on to the cable for a bit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they get hot. Yeah. So just forgive Jay. This is his first time. He didn't really line it up well, so don't hate. Don't hate. He'll get the hang of it. This looks nice. The multi-coat red is nice. Just too bad they keep jacking up the price all the time. It looks good, especially in the bright sun. On a day like today, it looks great. When you get an overcast day, you'll find that the red looks very dull.
I know.
It's almost, a lot of people confuse it with signature red. But in the bright sun, yeah, it looks real sharp. You got paint protection lined up and some ceramic and stuff?
Next Monday I'll be at Immaculate Inception in Oakville, and they're going to put on Expel wrap over the whole front, and they're doing paint correction as well.
Cool, good man.
Yep.
Awesome.
And away we go.
See you, Jay. Nice car.